My name is Judah Cofer, and I'm the business strategist at Heroic Life Discipleship. I'm originally from Ohio. I was born and kind of spent my early years in Ohio, but then my parents became missionaries to Mongolia, and so I lived for several years in Mongolia before I eventually moved back to the States. Settled down in South Carolina for a little while, and then from there came out here to Colorado once I married my wife. So when my wife and I got married, we got married here in Colorado. That's kind of how we transitioned to Colorado and just kind of put down roots here. And we originally came out to go to a Bible school called HLD Discipleship Training. We attended there for about a year. And then once that year program was done, we decided to just stick around, stay involved in the church that was here, and so we got plugged in there. We did some ministry leadership within Ellerslie as well, and so combination of just the community that we're building, the church, ministry involvement, we decided to stick around, and that's when I got my job here as well. What I do for work is I work for a agricultural software company called Ag World Inc. I also do a few other things. I'm a pastor at the church at Ellerslie, and then I'm a bit of an entrepreneur as well, so I love working with other people's businesses and business ideas and my own ideas, and so I have a couple other ventures that I'm working on. And one of those ventures and teams that I'm a part of is the Heroic Life Discipleship team. I jumped on board after talking with Michael around marketing and strategy, business strategy, a lot of things that I was picking up at Ag World, and just began to cultivate that knowledge and share that knowledge with Heroic Life. So what I'm excited most about with working with the Heroic Life team is just the vision around discipleship. So for me, no matter what work I'm doing, whether that's at Ag World or with the church or with Heroic Life or some of the other business things that I'm doing, my heart in all that is to be able to reach out to people, communicate with people, share Jesus and what following Jesus looks like, and really introducing people to Jesus and then training them through discipleship to live a heroic life. I do love discipleship, and that's really at the heartbeat of who I am as a person. One of the things with discipleship curriculum in general and with Heroic Life Discipleship is that a lot of times it's just hard to know where to begin. It's hard to know the roadmap that should be used, or the materials out there, or what books should be introduced when, and what topics, and where do we go in the Bible to start with, and all this kind of stuff. And Heroic Life Discipleship is a great kind of compilation of these key topics and heroes of the faith and books that are gathered into a roadmap that really gives people a track to run on. And so we'll be using Heroic Life in our family. My wife and I got married out here in Colorado. And as I mentioned before as well, my parents were missionaries in Mongolia. So my wife and I actually met as missionary kids in Mongolia. And once I moved back here, we had a long distance relationship for a few years. We got married back in 2011, August 2011. And have lived here in Colorado since then. We have 3 children now, full of life and energy, and we really enjoy and love each of them. There's, as far as people who have influenced me, if I were to name a few, I think first and foremost, obviously my parents. As far as people who, in the not too distant past, I'd say Charles Spurgeon, A.W. Tozer, and Oswald Chambers probably stick out as 3 men who've really influenced me through their writing and their testimony of faith in their generation that's been passed down. Yeah, so just to wrap up, I think that one of the really exciting things about the next steps with Heroic Life is the blog, and is building a community. And so I'm really excited about the Heroic Life blog, and I'm really excited about connecting with people there and building this community together. It's a joint effort. It's not going to be something that just we at the Heroic Life team are going to be able to just pull off by ourselves. It's going to take a a community of people who are passionate about discipleship and about this curriculum and this vision. And so check out the website, check out the About page for our vision, our story, more on our story, and check out the blog. And we look forward to connecting with you guys there.